Hi all, let's do a group of 5 rated puzzles. This is on Chess World. Play rated puzzles page. Let's click start. I'm feeling a little bit less knackered today. I hope you can maybe detect that somehow, I don't know. Okay, so how is this going to go? Okay, white to play. White to play, we've got a rook which is attacked over here. D7 might be useful. This rook doesn't seem to be doing anything. In fact, there's a back row liability because none of these pawns have moved. So just taking stock of the situation here. Queen takes rook is an interesting one for d7. There's like queen d2. Bishop takes e5. There's queen e5. Quite fascinating, really. D7, rook d8. What would be the point of that? I've just realised something actually about what I've just visited before. I said about the queen coming here, but hang on, we've got d takes there. Just revisit. I don't know. Kotov's advice. I don't believe he should be taking that literally or something. I don't know. It's not for human beings. It's about not checking and rechecking existing variations. Like if you sacrifice, you want to like check and recheck to make sure you're not just going to lose after if you've got the time to do so. So here, queen takes. Let's check this again. D7. I said queen d2. Funny enough, you don't have to play d8. You can just take on c8. This must be the move. But yeah, I've always wondered about, I don't know what you guys think about not checking your own variations. If you've got time during a game, you're about to do some queen sack, I'm pretty sure it's a good idea to check. So here, we're doing a queen sack, yeah, but it actually kind of does work here, d7, yeah, because we can take on c8 if queen d2. Alright, okay, that's 1 of 5. Right, bishop takes f2, queen takes, there's rook c1, there's bishop takes c1. Fine. Rook c2 first. Looks fairly crushing. I mean, rook b3. Rook takes, rook d1 is mating. So it's possible that it's kind of back row issue with the rook pinned. That rook c2 is a good move here. It's possible. I mean, let's just check this again. Rook takes b3. Rook takes queen. We're threatening queen takes f2. Takes rook d1. It seemed pretty crushing. Queen moves, we're taking on f2. I mean, I would say rook c2. I don't know about what you guys think. Should we go with that? I'll give you an extra if you want to check that out or anything else. Up to 220 if you want to check this position out. It's interesting with the pins and the back row weakness. So it's almost as if, yeah, we can use this moment the bishop's holding support for c2. So I'm going to go for that. Yep. 100% so far. Third puzzle. White to play. We got a slight back row issue, but I don't know if this is terminal with queen f1 here. I mean, it might be. Could this be another case of the pawn queening? If we just play rook takes, pawn takes. Black is faced with rook d8 there. So if the king moves rook d8 and we're going to queen, I don't think the queen is any match for the rook and bishop in that situation. After rook takes d3, queen takes is impossible, we take here. Well, I think this is fairly straightforward as well then. Rook takes d3. Rook takes. I don't think check's an improvement necessarily. Just pawn takes. Oh. Oh yeah, yeah. No, we don't want the rook taken. What am up here? Yeah. No, I had the seconds to investigate that. No, no. If we take here, the rook's taken, so it's more accurate to. I mean, maybe still white's better, but it's more accurate to make sure the rook's not coming off the board here. And takes. I mean, there might actually be perpetual checks as well with queen b1, queen e4. There's no point allowing that situation. Okay, so let's go on to number 4. Right, it seems as though knight takes, and we want to do something like bishop f2, but there's no chance because is that the case? Knight takes here. We can't take that because it's like check. Intriguing. I mean, we can play bishop f2 after knight takes. I mean, that would seem fairly good to play knight takes c2. Sorry, knight takes c4. Okay, so it's not the move. It's not the move. Search again. Search again. This is always check. How can that be the case? Maybe allow the check, king h8. Because I think black's in trouble there. Let's try this. This? Doesn't look convincing enough. Is there really something convincing? This is amazing. There's something really convincing here, apparently. Fascinating. Wow. Cannot see it. I cannot see it. Hold on. Hold on. What about bishop d4? As knight takes. Is this the point? Rook takes. Knight takes queen. Huh? Wow. Rook takes queen, knight takes. There's something naughty here. Or is there something naughty here? Well, I guess the rook f2 is dangerous. Rook f2? Not bishop f2, surely. Rook f2. I'm not getting mated just yet with rook f2. Right, it seems dangerous enough, rook f2. Oh, bishop h3. Oh, with that move, there's bishop h3 for rook f1. Bishop c4, king g6. Knight f8. We can get. Hang on, is that mating? No, it's king h5. Bishop g2. Yeah. Wow, it's getting a bit tricky. This is getting a bit tricky. These are mined actually from real games. An engine went checking puzzles to create these. These are not bog standard puzzles. These are all from real games. That's why some of them are really actually quite tricky. If we look at the underlying master game, so Dragon Morozovic, excuse the pronunciation, against Morozovic. This is a Morozovic game in 1993. Evengi, Drago Marasic. You've got to assume that they can't be ridiculous sounding. I got a frog in the throat. Okay. Anyway, so Morozovic apparently played like that. White to play. Yes. D6 is that time. A1, D7. There's no checks. I assume. No. I don't know what else White is doing here apart from D6. D7. Okay. There's rook e8. Alright, there's a clever trick here, isn't there? Because queen d4, I think knight g4 for a fork, not knight e4, it's bishop e4. Because if queen takes, then we got knight f6, king here, and then actually we got rook takes for rook g8. That's what I'm saying, the queen. This is clever stuff. So knight e4 we could take right back. Knight g4 introduces not only knight f6, but some other stuff. I think it's knight g4. Hang on. Oh, knight g4, queen d7, knight f6, king g8. Then as rook takes f8, there's no time to move the queen because of rook g8. This is crazy. No? Ah. Oh no, it's just rook d1, isn't it? It's just rook d1. It's simple. It's simple. Do we want to take on f8 or do we want to play rook d1 first? Rook d1, there's queen d7. No, that's the rook up. Takes. It looks as though both might do. Takes and rook d1 at this point. How can I eliminate between rook takes f8 and rook d1? Crikey. They both seem strong. Oh no, hang on. There is a way of eliminating. Rook takes, king takes, rook d1. There's queen takes, knight takes, king e7. So because of that, I don't want this king coming to e7. Because of that, I'll take on f8 first. Sorry, that's the one I was trying to rule out. Muppets. I was trying to rule out that one with the king coming to e7. Now to rule that one out, rook d1 is the move. Yeah, okay. Let me just clarify that. Sorry. Let me just clarify that. So I was trying to just eliminate between rook takes. So we have and rook d1. If we play rook takes, the king's coming to e7. This is the point I was trying to make. We've got queen takes d1, I think. And that saves the day, but that's got an outside pass pawn. Yeah, so better to just play rook d1, in fact. I think on queen d7, we take on f8 with check. So not rook takes. We take check, and we're rook up. What game was that? Korchnoi. It was a Korchnoi game against John Cooper. Let's go on to one more. Looks as though queen g2. Queen g2, rook c2. Might be promising. And queen d5. rook h2, that sort of thing. Anyway, the bishops are looking at the king here. Mind you, queen h4 threatens mate. So there's no g3. That's the point of this pin. If h3, queen h3, king g1, bishop d4. I mean, it's crushing, isn't it? Bishop d4, rook f2, rook c1. So I think queen h4 is pretty good here. Actually, forget queen g2. It doesn't really seem to mate. This line just doesn't seem to mate, actually. But queen h4, on the other hand, looks very, very promising. h3, we can actually just take that off. The slight snag is queen takes e5. Queen takes e5. Back to the drawing board. Rook c1. We're actually threatening queen g2 and rook f1 mating. Rook c1 might be better. If rook takes d5. Crikey, this is getting to be a tricky one. A tricky one. Do we combine ideas of rook c1 and queen h4? Rook c1, rook d5, queen h4, threatening mate. So the queen's tied down. I can't play queen takes e5. Can play g3. Oh man. Let's get back to resources. Get back to the resources. What are the resources in this position before I run out of time? Takes rook c2. It's not doing anything. Queen g2 takes. Can't imagine that. C2. Can't imagine that. There's always even rook d5. Rook c1 seems promising. Rook takes d5. Maybe there's queen e3, trying to deflect the queen. Or queen f4. Wow, that's geometry. Because that's not just h2, but that's f1 at the same time. Crikey! Eureka! No! I was really convinced. Oh, hang on. It's not queen f4 immediately. No, it takes rook c1, rook f1. What's the big deal? Oh man. Just oh, it is that okay? Okay, I was just trying to avoid losing on time here. Oh, don't tell me it's bishop g2 here. No, it's not. What the heck? Queen f2. Oh my god, this is too complicated. Queen f2. Ah, just made it. I made it. You're allowed to have tries. I made it before the time ran out. Not defeated technically completely by this puzzle. I hope you got it quicker. Oh my word, there's just loads and loads of things. I mean, I was wondering about this position, queen f4. I guess this is rook g1. Then what? Wow, what a clever thing. Just giving up the bishop here. For not for bishop g2, this doesn't do anything. There's nothing there. But it's the back row. It's been emphatic on the back row, in fact. All of a sudden sneaking up on the back row and g2. And if rook g1, I think we just play queen takes. What a beautiful set of tricks are in this position. There's a load of tricks here. Wow. I hope you got most of them, and let me know how you did. I enjoyed this session. It was pretty tactical, I think. Tactically rich session. Comments, questions, likes, appreciate. Thanks very much.